Hi, it's Barbara Ireland, and I want to talk about unity today. So, what is unity? What do I mean by unity with all of life? When we're feeling unified, we're feeling connected, right? It's not so separate. There's a connection going on. And there's so much disconnection going on in the world right now. It's very hard to observe. It's so sad. It's so unnecessary, but it's happening right now. So I wanted to do this video on unity with all of life. So how do we get there? I want to talk about this by way, well, actually, let me step back. Some years ago, I was sitting in my living room and I heard this fly buzzing around, hitting its head against the window. And I thought about that fly and I thought, that's a life form, just like I'm a life form. Who knows where we come from? We all have our different philosophies on that. But I thought about that fly. A lot of people don't like flies. They think they're disgusting. They walk around poop and whatever. But I thought, it's a life form. And I love it. And I'm going to open my heart to this life form. And I consciously open my heart, put out my finger like this, and I projected onto this, I connected to this other being, the fly, by saying, I am not above you. We are equals. We're both life forms. We're both created by the same substance, the stars, the filaments of space, the spirit energy, all of that. We're basically the same in two different forms. So I put up my finger like this, and I said, if you would like to go out, I will take you out. And I sat there and connected like that, opening my heart to the fly for about 10 minutes, and it kept buzzing closer and closer, and lo and behold, did that fly get on my finger, and I walked it outside, and it flew away. From then on, I did that with bees. I did that with these crazy giant insects in Mexico when I went to visit. It was kind of weird. But I would go visit people and they'd have their fly swatter ready. I'm like, wait, hold on. And I'd do it. And they're like, what? So I became known as the insect whisperer. Okay. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago. I was on the most extraordinary bucket list trip to the Galapagos Islands. It was the first day. We were walking around. There's this extraordinary giant land iguana. I mean, giant. It was, I don't know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet. Had these cool scales on the back, like some dinosaur mohawk. And I sat down. There were other people around. I sat down, squatted down, and I literally consciously opened my heart. Opened my heart. And I'll get to that in a moment. And as I did it, I saw the iguana look towards me. Next thing you know, he's walking straight to me. People were like, whoa. And I had moment after moment after a moment where animals would come to me. And people were like, what are you doing? Well, I'll tell you what I was doing. I was opening my heart with my consciousness, with my, not like consciousness, my intention. And anyone can do this. And when you do that, you connect, you unify, you have unity with life. So if you think about your heart center, it's an energetic center. And when we're upset, you can feel your heart clench, right? If someone makes you mad, it gets tight in there. If someone leaves you, you can feel it break. A broken heart, it means the energy in there has shifted in some way that's very uncomfortable. You also know what it feels like when if you can close your eyes right now and you think about something you love, a pet, a place you've been, a flower, something easy to love, something uncomplicated. that you can feel unconditional love to. I mean, a daffodil never hurt anyone. I can love a daffodil, and that's one of the first things I see in spring. It makes me so happy. So if you close your eyes a moment and you tune into something you love, you can feel something different in your heart, can't you? It expands. It's opening. That energetic center is literally opening up. You can do the same thing with intention, with conscious choice, anytime you want. Now, back to the Galapagos. I was doing this with the animals, and it was extraordinary. And then, there were amazing people on board. But someone on board did something I found not the coolest behavior. Let's just put it that way. Something uncool. And I felt my heart close down. And I was like, oh, I can't believe that person did this. That's so dumb, The loop started. So I looped for about a half a day on it. Caught myself in the loop. I de-looped myself. And then I said, hey, I've been opening my heart consciously all week. I'm going to open my heart to all of life, including this person that peed me off. And so I closed my eyes, I thought about them, and I consciously opened my heart, which was definitely not as easy as opening it up to the iguana, but I did. Sometimes it feels like elevator doors that are closing and you're trying to get in, and it's like, you gotta push them open. But I pushed it open, and I can tell you, like that, I felt better. Like that. And I was able to act normal around the person. They started noticing that everything was okay between us. They started acting normal, and everything's fine. But the point is, we have a gazillion times during the day to practice opening our heart to strangers that go by, instead of judging them, which is sadly what so many of us do for no apparent reason. It's just a human being walking by. What would happen if you said, oh, here comes a person. I'm going to consciously open my heart to them. It doesn't mean you're taking in other people's energies, by the way. Right now, you're projecting love. You're projecting love. And you'll start unifying, having unity with life forms, all different types of life forms. You can do it with trees. You can do it with animals, insects, human beings, your pet. And watch what starts happening to your mood. To your mood and to your relationships. This is an extraordinary gift we have, our hearts. Extraordinary gift. And again, just like our minds, we aren't taught to use these things. They're incredible gifts. So this is an opportunity to practice something new with your heart, using the conscious choice of your mind to open your heart and experience much more unity with all life. I hope that served you, and I'll see you later.